When people think of cybersecurity, they automatically think that they need to be really technical, they need to know coding, they need to know hacking. But guess what? Even if you don't know any of these things, you can still make an amazing cybersecurity career. So let's discuss about that in this video. Hi everyone, my name is Meera. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make YouTube videos and help people kickstart their cybersecurity journeys and grow in this career. If this is your first time coming to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because I make a lot of helpful videos that you should definitely check out. So today we are going to talk about GRC. GRC is a subdomain within cybersecurity that is really an amazing career option. It's growing in demand and it's one of the best ways to actually grow up the ladder in order to become a CISO, which is the highest position in cybersecurity. This is really underrated and a lot of people actually ignore this because there is such a huge job market and a whole trend around SOC analyst and penetration tester roles that people often avoid or ignore this subdomain. So today in this video, we are going to break down what is exactly required to make an amazing career in GRC. I'm sure that many of you watching this video are now having this question that, okay, wow, GRC sounds amazing, but I'm a fresher, I'm a beginner. How do I start? How do I get into GRC? I really want a roadmap for this. So let's talk about the most important thing. GRC is a non-technical side of cybersecurity that doesn't need you to actively do any coding or hacking. But you need to understand the fundamentals of cybersecurity. As a GRC analyst, you're going to be doing a whole lot of risk assessments, looking into compliances, governance, and even though that is the non-technical side of cyber, it's still important for you to learn the fundamentals of cybersecurity. Because when you're having conversations around risks and business context, that time it is important that you actually understand the logic and the technical side of cybersecurity as well. So if you're a GRC analyst, you don't need to do a very complete deep dive into the technical side of things, but it is very important for you to understand the fundamentals of cybersecurity. So in the GRC roadmap, this would be your number one step, which is learning the fundamentals of cybersecurity. In fundamentals of cybersecurity, you need to learn all of the basic things, such as what are the different types of cybersecurity attacks, what is the CIA triad. You need to know what is a risk, a vulnerability, an exploit, right? You need to understand the different subdomains within the cybersecurity field. Even if you are not going to be doing hands-on technical work in your job role, you need to understand what the other team members in the cybersecurity team are actually doing in their day-to-day job. If you don't have the budget and the time and energy to actually give a certification exam, what I would suggest to you is at least learn the course content of the certification and then you will be good to go. You can check out some of the free resources out there on websites such as Cybrary, Pluralsight. You can even check out some crash courses on YouTube. Just try and learn and get all the cybersecurity fundamentals in order to proceed to the next level. Now let's come to the next step of the roadmap. Now the next stage is obviously learning the GRC. Let's talk a bit about what GRC stands for. G is governance, R is risk, and C is compliance. So these are three different roles and factors put into one subdomain called as GRC. Within GRC, you could be working in the different fields. For example, you could be working as a governance analyst, a compliance analyst, or a risk analyst. So even within GRC, you could be working in different roles. Now you need to learn each of these terms and what they actually stand for. So I'll give you a very simple analogy for you to remember this. Let's talk about governance. Governance is basically the strategy, the rules, right? So let's imagine you're in a classroom. The teacher sets a few rules that before you ask a question, you need to raise your hands. Before you submit your homework, you need to stand in a line. These are the different rules, the strategy that's set. That is what governance is. Now let's talk about the next thing, which is R, which stands for risk. Now, the teachers in the schools know that there are certain risks. If the teacher gives a homework, some students might copy it, some students might lie about it, some students may be caught cheating. So these are the risks that are involved and the teachers are going to do certain actions and steps so that these risks don't actually turn out to be really harmful. So a teacher might give unique homework to different people. There are different question paper sets in exams. So this is all to reduce the risk of students copying and cheating in exams. Similarly, a risk analyst is going to do a similar thing in the company they are working for. They are going to identify the risks that are there and then they are going to try and mitigate those. Either they are going to accept the risk or they are going to mitigate the risk. Now the third part, the GRC, the C stands for compliance. Compliance is basically making sure that everybody is following these rules. In governance, we set the general rule that everyone must raise their hand before asking a question. In the compliance part of things, we are going to make sure are people really following that? Are the students actually following this rule? Are they raising their hand before asking a question? So this is a very simple analogy you can remember, and you will never get confused between GRC terms, right? So now that we have established and understood what GRC is and what these things stand for, let's talk about governance. Governance is basically the strategy and the direction, right? So why it matters is because it drives the security in any organization. Some of the top things you should learn when you're studying about governance is the NIST cybersecurity framework, okay? Then the next thing you need to learn is ISO 27001. The next thing you can do is visit this site called ISACA. They have a lot of free resources. These are the top 3 things you should check out. These resources are free and available on the internet, and you search this framework and the resources I've mentioned, you will get PDF copies of them available freely. So what you need to do is actually visit the 3 resources I've mentioned. Just go through them and see what's mentioned in them and try to understand how this is relevant for a business. Now the next part, for risk, you need to learn how to identify, assess and treat the risk. So the key concepts you should learn is risk appetite, risk likelihood, the impact, something called as a risk register. What does a risk really mean to an organization? Risk is not the same for every organization. It depends on the business context. So you need to learn these things. Few of the resources you can use is the NIST RMF framework. Before we spoke about the NIST CSF framework. Now we're talking about the RMF, which is the risk management framework. You will get this for free as well if you just Google it, and it's also mentioned in the link in the description below. Now coming to the C part, which is the compliance. You should understand how compliance requirements impact businesses. In different countries, there are different regulations and compliances. So you need to learn these. Even if you're not able to go in depth of it, you should at least be able to know that which country follows which kind of regulation. You should also understand the reason of this regulation. Why are these regulations and compliances in place? Who has created these? Do organizations need to follow all of the compliances and regulations out there? So these are the questions you have to ask yourself when you're studying for this. You need to know about the different laws and standards. For example, there's GDPR, HIPAA, there's something called as PCI DSS, there is SOC 2, there is ISO 27001. You need to actually learn about all these different compliances, regulations, why different companies use them. Is it mandatory to use them? And if companies are not following these compliances or regulations, what are the consequences of this? These are the kind of things you need to learn. So now, just recapping what we have done so far. So basically, we have just covered the GRC and what you need to learn under it, and what is the way in which you need to learn and the questions you should be asking yourself. Now, this is a bonus topic. It's called as security controls and auditing. You also need to understand what controls are, right? So there are certain controls that organizations place, and GRC is actually based on these controls. So you need to learn what security controls are. There are physical controls, technical controls. There's a whole lot of bunch, and if you just Google security controls, I'm sure you will understand all the different types of controls that are out there and how companies and analysts actually place these controls. How do they actually decide if they need the control or they don't need the control? I have put a few of the resources related to controls also in the description, so make sure that you check that out. Now let's talk about some of the skills. We have discussed what GRC stands for and what these analysts do, and also what controls are and what you need to learn. Now you would have realized that all of these are just different things that you need to learn and read about. Now let's talk about the actual skills that you need. What is it that you yourself need to develop and learn in order to become a good GRC analyst? One of the most important things is report writing. This is very important because based on whatever we have discussed in this video so far, you would have realized that GRC analysts' work revolves a lot around these frameworks and compliances and documents. So it's a whole lot of documents and documentation that is involved. You need to know how to summarize these things. You need to know how to actually do risk assessments. If somebody tells you these are the 10 controls we have in place, you have to do a risk assessment and decide that what is a risk or what is not a risk to the organization. So your documentation skills should be very good. You should start reading about the different risk assessment documents out there, or just look into the work of what GRC analysts do, right? Become better at report writing, policy drafting, read about what is audit, how to prepare for an audit, what do security auditors do. Another bonus tip, you should be really good with Excel, Word and PowerPoint. This is an important skill to have in any job, but honestly, for a GRC analyst, it's actually a little more important because you're going to be doing so much more documentation work that you need to know advanced Excel, Word, PowerPoint, because you're going to make a lot of presentations, you're going to make a lot of risk matrix. So you have to have good hands-on on these 3 Microsoft tools. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will ask which are the best certifications out there for GRC analysts. So I'm going to tell you some certifications for the beginner level, intermediate level and the advanced level. If you're just a beginner, get a CompTIA Security Plus because it sets the security fundamentals stage for you. Another thing you can get is the ISO 27001 Foundation certification. In an intermediate stage, you can get a CISA certification or CISA. There's also something called as CRISC, which is CRISC. Both of these certifications are very good for intermediate level. For the advanced level, you can go for CISSP or CISM. So CISSP and CISM is something you get at a later stage in your career when you're trying to make a switch, because these are more managerial sort of certifications. So just to recap everything we have discussed in this video, if you are a beginner, you don't like coding, hacking, and the technical side of cybersecurity, GRC is the perfect domain for you. Within GRC, we discussed a roadmap today. The first thing you need to do is learn the basics of cybersecurity. The next thing you need to do is actually understand the GRC, which is the governance, risk, and compliance. You need to know what these roles stand for, what is actually done in them. You need to know all of the frameworks we discussed today. You need to know the different compliances in different countries. You need to know the importance of governance. After you have done these things, depending on where you are in your career, you can get a certification. If you are just a beginner, we have discussed those. And if you are an advanced or intermediate, we have discussed those certifications as well. Other than this, we have spoken about the different skills that you need to build, which revolve around documentation, risk assessments, and audits. So make sure that you learn all of these things if you are someone who's interested to make a career in GRC. I've been getting a lot of comments where people have asked me to make a GRC roadmap. This is a very underrated side of cybersecurity, and it's actually a very good career because the demand for this is growing. And once you're in the GRC career, it makes it a bit easier to go up the ladder because GRC analysts have a better understanding of the business context as compared to the technical side of cybersecurity roles. So if you're working as a GRC analyst, it's actually going to be a little easier for you to get those advanced level certifications like CISM and CISSP and actually work your way up the ladder to become a CISO if that is your goal. I hope this video was helpful for all of you. If you still have some concerns and doubts and there is something you want to discuss with me, you can schedule a one-on-one call. The link of that is in the description. Also, the different resources I recommend to study based on what we discussed in this roadmap, those are in the description as well. So make sure you check them out. Comment down and let me know if you like this video. Thank you so much and see you next time.